Now that we're experts at the major scale, we can move along to, what's that? You're not ready to move on yet. You're confused. Well, okay, let's review. We've been talking about two intervals, half steps and whole steps. A whole step is made up of two half steps. In this clarinet fingering chart, you can see that F to F sharp slash G flat makes a half step because they're right next to each other. To find a whole step above F, I need two half steps. So F to F sharp slash G flat makes one, and F sharp slash G flat to G makes two. So a whole step above F is G. Or more quickly, I can skip from F over the top of F sharp slash G flat and go to G. This makes a whole step. Your fingering chart is your friend in this stuff. On the piano, a half step is two keys that are next to each other. So this is a half step. And this isn't. This is a half step. And this isn't. A whole step is made up of two half steps. So from C to C sharp is a half step. C sharp to D is a half step. So C to D is a whole step. Or you could just think of a whole step as skipping one key. So E flat to E is a half step, but I'll skip the E and just go to F, and E flat to F is a whole step. I've skipped just one key, so it's a whole step. My string and percussion friends will find that the piano is going to be your best tool for understanding this stuff. Being clear on what a whole step and a half step look like on the piano and on your instrument is going to help a whole bunch as we move forward. So please master that skill. Okay? And so we move on to major tetrachords. Tetra means four, so you will have four notes in a tetrachord. The distance between the first and the second will be a whole step. The distance between the second and the third will be a whole step. And the distance between the third and the fourth will be a half step. Whole, whole, half. Okay? A major scale up is made up of 8 notes. So you have 2 tetrachords, and they are a step apart. So you have something that looks like this. Okay? Whole, whole, half. Skip a whole step. Whole, whole, half. Okay? Everybody with me so far? If you're not, doesn't matter because I can't see it. Let's do one. Our starting note's going to be A flat. So here's A flat. The interval for the first note is up a whole step, so A flat moves to B flat. 2 half step means you will skip the A. A flat moves to B flat. The third note is a whole step above B flat, and so B flat moves to C. 2 half steps mean that you skip the B natural, so B flat moves to C. The distance between the third and the fourth note is a half step, so C moves to D flat and not C sharp. But wait, I hear you say, isn't that really just a C sharp? No, it isn't. Why, I hear you ask, because y'all are smart like that. Because A flat is the starting note, and so you are in a flat key. And all of your accidentals, the little black keys, were all going to be spelled as flats. Oh, I hear you say. And then, huh? Look, short version, there are no sharps in flat keys. There are more reasons for that, but that will suffice for now. So we left off on D flat. That's the end of the first tetrachord. The next tetrachord is a step higher, so we're going to go from D flat to E flat. E flat then becomes the bottom note of the next tetrachord. So E flat is the bottom note of the next 4 notes. And it's going to be a tetrachord. Okay? So E flat moves up a whole step to F. You skip the E natural. F moves a whole step up to G, skip the black key in the middle, and then G moves up a half step to A flat. So, whole, whole, half, up a whole step, whole, whole, half. A flat moves a whole step up to B flat, up a whole step to C, up a half step to D flat. That's the end of the first tetrachord. Up a whole step to the first note of the next tetrachord, so D flat moves to E flat. E flat is the bottom note of the next tetrachord, so E flat goes up a whole step to F. F goes up a whole step to G, and then G moves up a half step to A flat. The supplemental material this week will go into this in a little more depth. After you review, visit the Canvas page and take my assessment. Please try to be clear on how you construct major scales on both the piano and on your instrument this week. We hope to move on next week.